Hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Hello, Cosmic. Sorry. Hello, Ajira. Best person. Mia. Janice. Kay. Ash. Nicole. Julia. Kendall. Howdy, hello. We're gonna start in just a second. I made a Kahoot, but I only had time to make the hiragana. So, unfortunately, I do not have a Kahoot for the ka and sa columns, which we learned. Nor do I have one for the new ones that we're going to learn tonight. But, next time. Hello, Toga. Hello, Crystal. And Lemon. And Kay. Kahoot. Black Wolf. Yeah. So, last time we covered, let's go ahead and switch over. We covered the, the, column, which is a, e, u, e, o. And we covered the sa column, which was allied the ka column, which was ka, ki, ku, keko. And then finally we covered the sa column, which was sa, shi, sucesso. Sucesso. Call me Toga? I did. Hello, Gothy. So yeah, tonight we're going to be doing the ta column, as well as the na and I believe ha column. Yeah. So ta, na, and ha columns. But first, we're going to do a quick recap of the a, ka, and sa. And then we will do a quiz, and then we will do a Kahoot, and then we will do the new stuff. So, quick recap. Let me turn the music down just a little. More for me than for you. Quick recap. We have a, e, u, e, o, which are the first the first 5 vowels of the I guess Japanese alphabet of hiragana. And we are using mnemonics, like I said before, to memorize these, which are associating the kana with a picture that is as closely related as we can to what we get. So for example, for a, if you look in the middle, it kind of makes a letter A. It's highlighted on the right side, and you can kind of make it out here on the left side. This is the actual kana on the left, obviously. And then on the right is the kana with the associated mnemonic. Okay. So we have a, we have e, even it's the letter, in Romanji it's spelled I, but it's pronounced like the letter E. Like an eel. And it looks like 2 little eels. E for eel. Next we have U, which is like a U turned sideways. So A, E, U. Fourth we have E, which is pronounced like the E in egg, E. And it looks like a fancy little exotic bird, E. And then the last of the 5 is O, just like you're saying the word O. And it has 2 little circles. Oh. So real quick, we are going to do a we're just going to jump straight into a Kahoot. How about that? 1 second. I've never hosted a Kahoot before, so we are all learning together. Host. Player versus player. Let's do that. For video. Show questions. Yeah, let's do that. Lobby music. Original, of course. Random order of questions. Random order of answers. Okay. Let's do that. Alright, the game pin is loading. I will quickly... Okay, we're gonna switch to this real quick. I lied, we're not gonna switch to that. I don't know what I'm doing if I'm being honest. It is this one. Here's the game pin. Feel free to join. Everyone here is welcome. I think I set it for 10 seconds per question. There's only 5, so we'll run through it once or twice. We'll wait for a few of you guys to join. It's 9 o'clock on the dot, so at like 9, I don't know, I'll just, whenever I feel like it, I'll start it. Bakube. For the next stream, I'll do more Kahoots, so it's not just the first 5. But to be fair, if you know the first 5, then all the other hiragana and whatnot should be pretty easy. I'm there. Alright, we got 3 people. Is anyone else joining? So far, so good. I hope that I did not think this through. I hope that it does not let me or let you guys see the answers. Before when I hit start, I'm gonna switch screens real quick just to make sure that you can't see the screen, so you're not cheating. I am. All right, I'll give it. Where's my timer? 8, 7, 6. It's about to be 9:02, and then I'll give it 1 more minute, and then we'll start. I have to leave it here? Okay. Alright. You got 50 seconds. If anyone else is joining, you got 50 seconds before we start. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Hope everyone's doing well. You need to leave the screen there so you can see the questions. Oh, that would make sense. It shows the answers after everyone answers. Okay. I've not played a Kahoot since high school, so forgive me. Alright, you have 10 more seconds if you're joining. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're starting. Boom. Kahoot at home. I rushed this to put it together real quick. Quiz. Name this Kana. What is this? Everyone put in an answer. Whatever could it be? Is it O? Is it A? Is it E? Or is it E? If you're not playing through the actual Kahoot, feel free to comment. I'm not getting answers that way. We can just see you guys. Alright. 4 of you got it wrong. Good job. It's okay though. Next question. Oh, Lemon Hope. Look at you. Alright, next one. It was by the way. Sorry. I guess I should probably specify. Alright, what is this? The font is a little bit different on these. So they are the same Kana, but they look slightly different. But they're basically the exact same. So what is this? Is it U? U, A, O, E. What is this one? It was O. Because it has the two little O's. Alright. Lemon Hope, you're killing it. You'll know if it's A. A is Okay, what is this? Is it E, O, E, or A? It looks like two eels, if you ask me. Hey, there we go. That's a lot better. 5 of you get it right. Nice, nice. Look at that. Awesome. Alright, 4 out of 5. Now, what is this? U, A, I, E. That was quick. A tie between U, but okay, it was a tie between A and E. Okay. It was A. Good job, Lemon. You were on a streak. Alright, last quiz. Question. This one should be the easiest one. Is it U, I, E, A? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It was U. Leaderboard. Nice. Best person, 3 out of 3rd place. Good job. Kirishima, 2nd. Nice. 1st place. Whoever could it be, I wonder. Lemon. Good job. 5 out of 5. Cosmic and Baku, good job, good job. All right. Okay, let's go over these real quick. Okay, so a lot of people got this one wrong. This was can't really see the full picture, which I wish I could show bigger. Anyways, this is It looks like a fancy little songbird. You pronounce it like egg. Which one? This one was also hard, it looks like. I wish I could show these fully. Okay, we're gonna go back to the thing so I can actually just show you what they look like. Make it so much easier. There we go. Alright. So real quick we'll go over Ah, Ka, and Sa again. And then we're gonna start the new stuff. Alright. Ah. This is the kana for Ah. Has a letter A. Ah. E. Looks like 2 ills, pronounced like E. The letter E. U. Which is like a sideways U. So this one honestly should be the easiest one, just because it's pronounced U, like ooh, and it's like a sideways U. Easy peasy. Next is pronounced like the E in egg, or exotic, and it looks like an exotic bird. Yeah. Hello, my voice just cracked. Hello, Technoblade. And ooh, two circles. Sometimes you'll see this one is like this, is kind of pulled out this way a little bit, but it's still the same thing. Ooh. Alright, next real quick we'll go over the Ka. The Ka looks like someone dancing. If it helps you, Ka-chan. Dancing. Ka-ka. Next is Ki. Looks like a key, and it's pronounced the same way. Ki, Ka, someone dancing. Ki looks like a key. Ku. This looks like a bird's beak. Like a cuckoo bird screaming. Ku. Ke. It's kind of rounded on the sides here. Makes it look like a keg. Ke. Ko. 2 little worms here just vibing, living with each other, co-inhabiting the same area. Ko. So for Ka, we have Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. And then the last ones of the new ones we learned, the sa column had a exception where instead of C, like E and ki, it's pronounced she. So we have sa, which looks like a kind of like a sideways bent sign, sa. And this is the exception here. It's she, like in su, she. It looks like a little hook. The next one is su, which is the first part of sushi. So su, shi. That's the kana for that word. And it looks like a kid who is a dumbass who flew off a swing. Su. Swing. Next is se. This looks like a weird face with a snaggle tooth here in the middle, and that is very sexy. Se. And then finally we have so, which looks like the fancy exotic bird. He's back again, but this time he's singing us a song. So we have sa, she, su, se, so. Alright. Real quick, we're gonna do the quiz on a, ka, and sa. And then we will do the new ones, which is ta, na, and ha. But first, let's go ahead and quiz. We'll quiz twice on a, ka, and sa. So I will point out the kana, and then I'll ask you what it is, and you can type it in the chat, and then we'll go through it. Okay, so first one here should be easy. It's the first one we learned. It has a little A here in the middle. What do you think this is, guys? So far I'm seeing a lot of the right answer. Good lemon, good noob, good best person. This is the kana. Alright, next up we have one that looks like someone doing the can-can dance. Achan is doing the can-can. This is the ka column. Kana. Alright. Next is a fancy exotic bird who's come to say hello. Exotic bird. What is this kana? Good job. Next up we have two worms co-inhabiting the same area. Co-inhabiting. Whatever could this kana be? Nice, good job. Next up we have one of the first 5 vowels. We have 2 O's on this kana. How do you pronounce this kana? Good job, good job, good job. Oh, easy peasy. Nice. Next up from the sa column. Oh, hello, Zeno. Next up from the sa column, we have the fancy exotic bird back, but this time he's singing us a song. Song. Sa. So, good job. Next up, this kana is rounded on the sides, makes it look a little bit like a keg. Ke. Nice, nice, nice. Noob, you're killing it. Lemon, good job. Okay. Again, with one of the first 5 vowels, this one looks like a U turned sideways and just pronounced like question mark. Ooh, good job. Ooh. Back to the sa column. This one looks a little bit like a sign that's been through, I don't know, a fucking tornado. It's fucked up. But it looks like a sign, and it's pronounced like sa. Nice. Again in the sa column, we have a little twisty loopy where a kid probably got knocked off a swing, pronounced Sue. Nice. Another one from the sa column. This one looks like a weird little face with a cute little snaggle tooth here, and if you ask me, it's pretty sexy. You guys are doing great. To the Ka column, we have one. It looks a little bit like Saw, but it's not. And it looks just like a key. And it's pronounced the exact same way. Key. Nice. Again, from the Ka column, we have a bird's beak who is screaming his lungs out. It's a little cuckoo bird. Coo. Good job. Back to the first 5 vowels, we have 2 little eels. Just swimming, doing what eels do. It is E. Now, this one is tricky, I'll give you that. Because it's in Romanji, it's the letter I. So when you type it out or spell it in English, it's the letter I. But it's pronounced like the letter E, which is confusing because there is a letter E, but it's pronounced eh. But yes, finally we do have she, which is the exception. The first exception for hiragana. Nice, you guys did a great job. Alright, we're going to be done with that quiz for a minute, and now we're going to start learning the new hiragana, which is from the ta column. So we're going to go through ta, na, and ha, and then we'll do the quizzes again, and then that'll be it for tonight. But just like the sa column, the ta column does have 2 exceptions instead of 1. So it starts off just like a, ka, and sa. We have ta, which is super easy because it looks like it says ta. See in the little picture here? Ta. Easy peasy. Alright. Ta. And it's just pronounced ta, like ta-ta, ta. Now, here is our first exception for the tas. Just like in the sa column, it became she. This one is pronounced a little bit differently as well. This one is pronounced chi. Like you're saying cheese, but without the Z part, so it's just chi. This one is going to be a little bit confusing because it looks like the sa. So we have this kana here, and then we have sa here. And they're basically the same, except if you look, the little hump here on sa points to the left, and on ta, or on chi rather, it points to the right. So it will be a little bit confusing at first when you see it, and you might get sa and chi confused, but just remember that they point in opposite directions. And a way to remember that is if you look at it, it looks like a face, and if you look here, this is like the mouth opening. So if you can kind of relate it to the picture here, someone's opening, whereas it wouldn't really make sense for it to be doing that on the sa. And once again, this is pronounced chi. So we have ta, chi. Alright. This is the second and final exception for the ta column. It's pronounced tsu. It's, instead of saying tu, you would say tsu. So you kind of combine the T and S sound to make ts like that. Like you're doing a little drum, like tss, like that, and then you just add oo, like from the first 5 vowels. So we have oo, which we learned at the beginning, so just oo, and then the new sound is just tss, like you're doing a little hi-hat on a drum, so it's tsu, and you just combine that together. And the picture for the kana that it associates with, it's like the hook that you learned in she, but once again it's just turned sideways. Almost like the U that is turned sideways in the first 5 vowels of U. Which is back up here. See, this is the same thing as tsu, but if you were to get rid of this little top part of the kana, then what would be left would be tsu. So it's easy to remember that way. So we have ta, which spells ta if you look at it. We have chi, which looks like a guy's or a person's mouth opening and they bit their cheek. Chi. I burped, I'm sorry. Ugh. Chi. And then third we have tsu, which is like a sideways hook pulling 2 more fish. Okay. And that's another way to remember it. It's almost like you're saying the word two, but it's just two. The T and S sounds are together. So you call it two more fish with your sideways hook here. Two. Next is te, like you're going to say 10, but you just leave off the N. Yeah, exactly. Tsu, like tsu asui. Asui. So next is te, like you're saying 10, but you leave off the N, so it's just te. And it looks like a big old T, like you're gonna spell 10, as you can see over here. Te. The next one is pretty easy to remember as well because it looks like what we're saying. It's pronounced toe, like you hit your toe. And it looks like that. It looks like a nail got stuck in your toe. Toe. So we have ta, chi, tsu, te, toe. Okay, I'll go over these one more time, and then we'll take a quiz on it, and then we'll move on to the na column. Ta looks like ta spelled out. This should probably be one of the easier ones, but ta. Ta. Okay. Next we have chi, which looks like a person's mouth open and they bit their chi. Chi. Yeah, this stream is a little bit later. I was gonna start at 8:30, but I had to quickly make a Kahoot because I don't know how to make Kahoots, so I was struggling. But we here, so it's okay. So chi. Next is the second exception, tsu, like you call it tsu more fish with your sideways hook, tsu. Next we have te, which looks like a T and you're gonna spell it 10, te, te. And then finally to, which is the kana, looks like a toe being hit with a nail, to. Alright, real quick we're gonna go ahead and do a quiz just on the ta column, so it's only 5. Okay. Alright, so first up, we have the first kana that we learned. It spells out what this kana is. Ta. Good job. Next up, we have the kana that looks like a man whose mouth is open and he bit his cheek. What could this be? Chi. Good job. Next up is a big old T, like you're gonna spell it 10. What is this kana? Screaming man. That's a good one. Te. Good job. Next up we have a sideways hook, so that way when you pull it faster you can catch more fish. In fact, this time you call it 2 more fish. What is this? Close best person, unless you were talking about the last one. This is the second exception that we learned for ta. Tsu. Tsu. Good job. And then finally we have the kana that looks like a toe being hit with a nail. I said the name of the kana as I was talking about the description. To. Good job. To. And remember, you don't have to, if you're studying along with me, you do not have to worry as of right now about how to write these, because that is far from what we're trying to learn how to do. However, I do want you to be able to recognize when you see these typed or written out, I want you to be able to recall what they mean. So if you see this, you'll know, oh, that's ta. Now, if you see like, I don't know, two kana together, and you know what they pronounce, but you don't know what that means, that's okay. We're not there yet. But if you see these and you're like, oh, that's te, or oh, that's to, then that's what we're aiming for right now. So we'll quiz one more time on the ta, and then we'll move on to the na column. Okay. So, what do we have first? The kana that looks like a big ol' letter T that's trying to spell out 10. Te. Good job. Next up, we have the kana who is a person's face screaming because he bit his cheek. He bit his cheek. Chi. Good job, guys. Alright, next up we have the kana that looks like someone's toe got hit with a nail, which is one of my worst fears. I don't want that to happen. What is this kana? To. Good job. Next up we have a sideways hook to catch more fish. This time while fishing, you caught 2 more fish. Close secret. This is one of the exceptions. It's pronounced, instead of the other ones, like it would be ku, it's su. So it's tsu. And the T and S are pronounced together, and the U is separate. So it's tsu, tsu, tsu. And then finally, the first one of the column, it spells out the name of the kana. We have ta. Good job. Alright, that is enough of the ta for a second. Now we're going to move on to the na column. So first up we have na, which looks like a naughty nun praying for forgiveness for her devilish ways in front of a cross. So you can kind of see a cross here out of the T, and maybe a nun or someone who is praying, someone who is naughty. Na. So when you see this, just think naughty nun, and you'll know it's na. Easy peasy. Alright. Next up, this one looks a little bit wacky, but it's pronounced ni. Na, ni. Ni. So, this one looks like a needle. If you look here, here's the needle, and here is the thread that it is pulling. Ni. So we have na, naughty nun, ni, needle, ni. Alright. Next we have nu, which looks like a bunch of noodles. A loop-de-loop noodle here, as you can see from the picture on the side. Nu. I'm yawning, I'm sorry. Nu. Na, naughty nun. Na. Ni, needle. Nu, noodle. Okay. And then we have ne, which is everyone's favorite, because it's like ne-ko, which is cat, and it looks like a cat. So if you see this, the kana for this, it looks like a cat with its arched back and its folded legs here, and its little face. So if you see this, you'll know it's ne, as in neko. And we'll come across kana that look pretty similar to this, but we'll differentiate it when the time comes. But for now, ne. And then finally we have no, which looks like a nose, like a little pig nose. You have the hole there and the hole there and the snout. All right. And that is all of the na column. We'll go over it one more time and then do a quick quiz. So we have na, naughty nun. Okay. na. And then we have ni, like needle, ni, pulling some thread. And then we have nu, like noodle, because it looks like a fucking noodle. And then we have ne, like neko, because it looks like a cat. Easy. And then finally we have no, because it looks like a nose. See, a lot of these are pretty easily relatable to the kana that we're trying to learn. So no, nose, ne, neko, cat, ne, noodle, looks like a noodle, ni, needle pulling thread, and then nah, naughty none. Super relatable, right? All right, let's real quick quiz on nah. All right, first up we have a needle pulling thread. Whatever could it be, I wonder? Ni. Good job, good job. Ni. Alright, next up we have a noodle looping around, waiting to be eaten. Noodle. What do we got? Good job. Good job. Noodle. Next we have a cute little pig nose. Nose. Almost Deadpool. No. Good. Alright, next up we have the kana that looks like a cat. And we all know Mr. Kinma. Neko. Nah. Good job. And then finally, we have a naughty nun. Who knows what she did to pray for forgiveness? What is this kana? That's right. Nah. Easy peasy. Nah. Alright, one more quiz for this. We'll do it a little bit quicker and then we'll go to the ha column. Alright, we got some noodles. Noodles. No. Next up we have the kana that looks like a needle sewing thread. Pulling thread? Something. It has thread in it. Needle. Ni. Yeah, I'll go over everything one more time in just a second. Ni. Next up we have the one that looks like a cute little pig nose. No, good job. Next up we have the one that looks like a cat. So this kana looks like a cat. Neko. Ne. Good job. And then finally we have a naughty nun. Naughty nun. Nice. Alright. So just a quick recap. We're going to go over everything super duper fast, and then we'll finish off learning the ha column. We have the first 5 vowels, which make up all of hiragana just about. We have a, letter A. We have romanji I, pronounced E, like eel, and it looks like 2 little eels swimming along. Next up we have a sideways U, pronounced U. U, sideways U. We have a fancy little exotic bird, pronounced eh. We have, finally, 2 little circles, so you remember what this kana is, pronounced o. A, I, U, E, O. And those are the first 5. Then we move on to the ka column. We have ka-chan dancing, ka. We have one that looks like a key, pronounced the exact same way, key. We have a crazy cuckoo bird screaming for help. This is his beak, ku, Cuckoo Bird. Coo. Then we have one that looks like a keg. Ke. It's rounded here on the side, so it's like a barrel or a keg. And then we have two worms just vibing, co-inhabiting the same area. Ko. And then finally we move on to the, or not finally, but next we move on to the Sa column, which has our first exception. So like normal, we have Sa, which looks like a sign. And then we have our first exception, which is Shi, spelled in Romanji S-H-I, Shi. And it looks like a little hook. Captured a shield. I know that's not how you say it, but Shi. And then we have Su, which is a kid flying off a swing because he doesn't know how to fucking play right. Next we have Se. Looks like a face of sorts with a cute, sexy little snaggle tooth. Se. And then our friend, the exotic fancy bird, is back with a song. So. And then we learned the tas. So we have ta, which spells out ta. And then our first ta exception, chi, looks like a person screaming because they bit their cheek. Chi. Ta, chi. And our second exception for ta was tsu. Sounds like two, but the T and S are together, so it's ts, and then u, tsu. Like tsu as sui. I learned that tsu was like someone rolling up a sushi roll. That's also a good analogy. So we have tsu here. And then we have te, which is like 10. It looks like a big T, and like you're gonna spell out 10. Te. And then we have toe, which this kind of looks like a toe that's been stabbed with a nail, which makes bizarre cringe. Toe. And then now we just learned the na column. So we have na, which looks like a naughty nun. You can see her here praying. Next up we have a ni, needle pulling thread, ni. You can see the needle here with the thread. Then we have nu, which is noodles, nu. And then my favorite, ne, neko. It's not neko, it's just ne, but it looks like a cat. And cat is neko, so ne. So if you see this, you see the cat with its back and its feet. Ne. And then finally, no, which looks like a cute little nose. No. Alright, now we are going to learn ha. Ha. Oh, sorry, I cracked my back. Ha also has an exception. Kinda, sorta. It's just pronounced weird. But let's get to it. So, the first one is ha. And it, just like ta, it kind of looks like it's spelling out the kana. So it's ha, and if you look here, it looks like an H with an A. And without the highlight, it's like an H here with an A at the bottom. Ha. Okay. Ha spells out ha. Next is he. And it looks like a face with a big old nose. When I see this face, it reminds me of, I believe it's the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. When I see these like droopy eyes with a big old nose. And it's pronounced he. So you can see a face, eyes, big old honker. Big nose man, he. Next we have which it's pronounced with an F. But it sounds, let me see if you can hear this. It almost sounds like it's just air passing through, like but there's like a slight F sound in there. but it's mostly the oo sound. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's and it looks like a hula hoop dancer. You got her in the middle waving her arms. Yeah, it's a weird sound to do. So we got ha, he, which is a hula hoop dancer. And next we have he, which looks like a mountain. Like Mount St. Helens. Like it says down here. So he, Mount St. Helens. Yeah, it's spelled technically, I guess technically it's spelled, it's weird. I think technically you can spell it with an F or an H. So foo or who, if you're gonna hard say it. But it's kind of like F and H put together. So foo. It's weird. But yeah, so you can say foo or who when you spell it, but it's the same thing. And then he, Mount St. Helens Mountain, looks like a mountain, easy. Now we're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit here. This is ho, like Santa Claus, ho ho ho. But this Santa Claus is a little different. Here is your chimney on the left side. And Santa Claus this year is a alligator with arms, or a snake with arms rather. So it's like a little weird monster. So here's his arms, and here's his tail, and he is coming down your chimney to give you presents. Ho. Ho ho. So we have ha, which spells out ha. He, which looks like his face. He has a big nose. He. Hu, which is like a hula hoop dancer, dancing. He, which is like Mount St. Helens Mountain. He. Are you planning on teaching us kanji? Yes, I am, and that will be so much fun. And then finally we have ho, which is like a scary Santa Claus coming down your chimney. Ho ho ho. Ho. Alright, we are going to quiz on ha, and then we are going to quiz together a, ka, sa, ta, na, and ha. So, that'll be fun. That'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 kana that we are going to quiz on. But for now, let's just quiz individually on ha. So it's only 5. So starting off, we have one that spells out in a way the kana that it is. Oh, it will be noob, don't you worry. Once we get to a certain point in kanji, we'll actually be learning together, because all of hiragana and katakana I know, but kanji is where I gave up. But we're gonna push through this time. Anyway, this is the ha. You're right. Anyways, next we have a scary Santa Claus coming down your chimney, screaming his famous catchphrase. Whatever could it be? Ho. Ho. Good job. Might give up halfway through. No way, we're in this together. Alright, next up is one that looks like a mountain. One might even say Mount St. Helens. This is he. Good job. Man, this kinda, wow, he just has a big nose. Okay. It is pronounced he, like he has. But when you spell it, remember, the I is pronounced like an E. So it's pronounced, you spell it like hi, but you pronounce it like he. So try to remember that. Anything with the E, like a, I, U, E, O. It's the I, remember that. He. Yeah, exactly. So it's spelled high, pronounced he. Same thing with key. You know. He. And then finally we have the weird one. You can spell it F-U, not literally, or H-U. That's not an H, H-U. And it's the same, but it's pronounced not with a 7, because that doesn't belong there. Just to keep it consistent with the rest of them, I'm going to spell it H-U. Ha, ho, he. Ha, ho, he, he. Nice. Alright. This time, we are going to quiz a, ka, sa, ta, na, ha. After this, the stream will be basically over. Next time, we are going to learn the rest of the main kana, which is ma, ya, ra, wa. And then you can spell it both ways and not be wrong. I think so. Let me double check because I don't want to tell you wrong. To my understanding, you can spell it F-U or H-U. Keep in mind, that's only in Romanji, so only if you're typing it out. I think if you type it out, it'll autocorrect it to the same thing. But let me make sure. I'm in all caps right now. Yeah, it's the same thing. Typing wise. So you can type fu like with an F or an H. But it'll be okay. Just either one works. You can spell it both ways, I'm not being wrong. Because when you're typing, obviously your keyboard most likely is not in hiragana. So you'll be typing in Romanji, and as you're typing, it'll capture. Since I got my new PC, I don't have this one set up to be able to switch between English and hiragana, katakana, whatever, Japanese in general. So I can't type for you and show you until I set that up. But when you're typing, like let's say you type in Tsu, like T-S-U, it'll make the Tsu symbol. So on and so forth. Anyways, let's go ahead and get quizzing on these 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 kana. And it looks something like this. Now, this looks like a lot. Don't feel overwhelmed. I know that you know each and every single one of these, and you're going to be able to recall the pictures associated with them to remember them. It'll be easy, I promise. But this isn't timed. It is graded, but it's not timed, so we're going to go slow, and we'll walk through it. See, Latin, you're already hitting it off right. Alright, this one looks like a nose. A cute little nose. No. See? Easy peasy. Once you can remember the words associated with these kana, it'll become so easy. Next we have a cuckoo bird screaming. What is the kana for the cuckoo bird? Yep. Coo. So far so good, see? It's easy. Just dip your toes in the water a little bit. The next kana looks like a keg. It's rounded here on the side. Looks like a barrel or a keg. Okay, good job. This one looks like a kid's flying off a slide. Or, even easier, someone rolling up some sushi, as I believe Latin pointed out. Or somebody pointed out, sorry. Sue, good job. This next one is a scary monster Santa Claus coming down your chimney screaming his famous catchphrase. What is he screaming? What is this scary monster Santa Claus hybrid screaming? Oh, good job. next, from the first 5 that we learned, remember this is one of the most pivotal ones because it's one of the first a, e, u, e, o. This looks like 2 eels. E, good job. And remember, it's typed I, but it's pronounced E. And we'll see this several times going forward. Typed I, pronounced E. Next up, we have the very first one that we learned. You can see an A right here in the middle of the kana, pronounced Ah. Good job. Next, we have the first one, new one that we learned tonight, and it spells it out if you look at it. It spells out exactly what the kana is. You can do it. There we go. I'm seeing the right answer. Ta. Good job. See? It spells out T-A. Ta. Next up, we have another one of the first 5 that we learned, which is a U sideways, pronounced. How do you pronounce this kana? Good job, good job, good job. Ooh. Nice. Alright, this one looks like a big T, and you're about to spell out the word 10. 10. Te. Te. Good job. Alrighty, next up is one of the last few that we learned. It also kind of spells out what this kana is. If you look here, you can see an H sort of letter, as well as a little A. Close, lemon. Person, you got it. Good job. Lemon, nice. Ha. Some of these do look pretty similar, but if you look real close, you'll notice that they're different just a little bit. See? Spells out H-A. Ha. Alright, next we have 2 worms co-inhabiting the same area. You see one worm here, he's just chilling. This worm's coming to see what's he vibing with today. Oh, that's not okay. Oh, good job. Next up, we have Kachan doing the can-can. What is Kachan doing? He's dancing. It looks like he's dancing. This kana is pronounced. Yeah, there you go, person. Ah. See, you guys thought this was hard, but look, we're already like almost halfway done, and you've gotten every single one of these right so far. This one looks like a cat. The Japanese word for cat is neko. So the first part of neko is ne. Good job. Ne. Good job, guys. Next is the weird one, because it can be spelled a few different ways. It looks like a little hula girl here, dancing, chilling, vibing, listening to some sweet beats. It can be typed F-U or H-U. I'll just use H-U. Next we have our fancy exotic songbird, chilling, looking through the reeds. How do you pronounce? There you go. Next up we have the kana that looks like a mountain. One might even say it looks like Mount St. Helens. Heh. Good job, guys. Look, we're more than halfway done now. Alright, one of the first 5 that we learned, you can see a little O there and a little O there, pronounced. Come on, super easy. 2 O's, there you go. Oh. Alright, our friend the exotic songbird is back, and this time he is singing us a song. So. Good job. Singing a song. Man, he sure does have a big nose. What the fuck is up with that guy, huh? How do you pronounce this, Kana? He has a big nose. Remember, it's heard differently from how it's typed. No. You're close. You're close. Remember, we already did no. No is up here. No looks like a nose. I guess this one also looks like a nose. But this one looks like a different nose. Ignore that. He, good job. He has a big nose. I guess the nose analogies can get confusing if there's too many. Okay, next up we have one that looks strangely like a key. Whatever could this one be? That looks like a key. Remember, it's pronounced like the word he, but it's not this one, but the one we just did. It's pronounced like the word he, but it's typed like hi. But it's pronounced he. But yes, you're right. This one is he. See, same thing. Key, he. Alright. The next one we have one that looks like a needle pulling some thread. What is this, Kana? Good job, Lemon. Good job, Noob. You guys are killing it. Knee. Good job. Looks like a needle. Now, this is an exception one, remember. There's a My Hero character named this, and it's like a sideways hook. And you can catch more fish with this hook. In fact, you caught 2 more fish with this hook. That's right. 2. I'm proud of you, Tadashi. Nice. 2. Good job. 2. This one is also an exception for the saw column. It's a hook, and you catch fish with hooks, and then once you get a fish, you can make some sushi. Good job. Now this Kana is one of someone who is screaming with their mouth open because they just bit their cheek. They bit their cheek. Good job, good job. Screaming man. That's right, it is chi. Chi. Next up we have a nun that's been very naughty. What has this naughty nun done? One may ask. You can see the nun here kneeling, praying for forgiveness. Nah. Good job. What am I using? I'll go over it in 1 second, Tadashi. Let's finish this up and I'll do a quick little recap. Okay, next up we have from the saw column. In fact, I just said it. It looks like a sign. Little sign. Saw, good job, easy peasy. Now this one looks awfully lot like a noodle to me. Everyone loves some good ramen. Noodle. Good job. New. You guys are quick. New. Nice. Alright, we're almost done. We have one that looks like a toe that's been hit with a nail. What is this one? Nail in the toe. Oh. Good job. And finally, we have a weird face with a cute, sexy little snaggle tooth right here in the middle. A sexy tooth. Sexy tooth for the last. There we go. See, you guys were so worried, and look at this. 30 out of 30, 100%. Sexy tooth, yeah, see? You remember it though, don't you? 100%. You guys got every single one. And you were worried about 30. Now this is what it's gonna look like next time, but you know, we won't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You guys are doing great. So, quick recap. Tonight we learned all of the ta, which includes ta. Wait, that's not. I lied. We learned ta, which is ta, chi, tsu, te, to. Then we learned na, ni, nu, ne, no. And then finally, ha, hi, th, he, ho. You learned 15 new hiragana tonight. Now you can proudly say, you know what, I know at least 30 kana in hiragana. Congratulations. Pat yourselves on the back. I'm so proud of you. Now, to answer your question, Tadashi, this is not an app. I urge all of you guys to go to the very first link in the description below the video. It is a website called Tofugu. I messed that up, that's okay. Tofugu. And it is a super duper comprehensive guide of learning Japanese. This is what I've been using. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for anything. It's just, you literally just go through it all. And we're going to be going through all of it on the streams. We are currently on the learning to read hiragana phase. Then we'll go on to pronunciation, blah, 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 all the way down. And next stream, we are going to be finishing the basic hiragana with the ma column, the ya column, which only has 3, and then the ra column, which has the 5, and then finally the wa column, which also only has 3. So the next stream will be on what's today? Wednesday? Friday at 8 p.m. I am gonna do a stream tomorrow, I think, but it's going to be a drawing stream. Maybe do some digital art because I got some stuff I need to do, and that will be probably at like 4 p.m. So drawing art stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time, and then lesson number 3 for Japanese will be on Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I hope to see you guys there. But that is enough for tonight. We learned 15 new hiragana. Congratulations, everyone. Feel free. In fact, I encourage you to practice on your own between streams, just to make sure you get your memory right. Even if all you do is the quizzes. Also on this website, you can download the hiragana chart, which has all the hiragana, as well as the combo hiragana and the dakuten, which we'll learn throughout the next few streams. But yeah, that's enough for lesson number 2 with the ta, na, and ha columns. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Goodbye.